Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to take a few moments to dispose of the manipulative and misleading arguments being used to hide just how extreme this proposal is. Let us be honest and direct about exactly what this proposed amendment to our Constitution would do. It would remove all restrictions on abortion, including the parental notification requirement and prohibitions on taxpayer-funded abortions. It would allow abortion on demand up to and including the moment of birth. That makes it violently more extreme than Roe, which at least acknowledged the child was entitled to protections in the third trimester of pregnancy. The amendment being offered offers no such protections. That is the most extreme position on abortion anyone can take. Virginia currently prohibits abortion on demand in the third trimester of pregnancy, permitting the life-ending procedure only under very limited circumstances. The proposed amendment being championed by those on the other side of the aisle would throw all of that away. In doing so, it would ignore the advances in science and medicine that have given children born at 26 weeks of pregnancy a 78% survival rate. Even before then, a preborn baby at just 17 weeks can feel pain. At 18 weeks, the child has fingerprints, can suck his thumb, and hear his mother's voice. He or she is clearly a baby, a member of the human family deserving protection. We have been told that this amendment is necessary to protect the life of the mother. Virginia law already makes it clear that the life of the mother comes first and is protected in every circumstance. Not just some, but in every circumstance. In fact, no one has introduced a bill in this chamber that would prevent life-saving medical care for any woman facing a pregnancy that endangered her life, and we never will. Dishearteningly, we have even heard assertions comparing abortion to miscarriage. This is offensive to any family that has suffered the devastating heartbreak of a miscarriage. Abortion and miscarriage are not the same. They are not comparable. Treatment for miscarriage deals with a child who has died. Abortion is to ensure that a child does die. Yet during the last several days, and pretty consistently, baby is a word we haven't heard from the other side of the aisle. Infant, child, and mother haven't received much notice either. Instead, we've been treated to lectures about intruding into one's bedrooms. Let me be clear, I don't want to be anywhere near anyone's bedrooms. We've also heard that abortion is a complicated decision. Yet no one on the other side of the aisle voted to provide simple, factual information to mothers before they make this permanent life and death decision. Nor did they show any interest in supporting a bill to make it easier for pregnant women to find free help in Virginia. 4 years ago, this month, Ralph Northam expressed views on the subject of live birth that horrified our nation. Judging from this amendment and remarks made over the last 5 days, every Democrat in this chamber now accepts and embraces those views. Only those on this side of the aisle were willing to support legislation that would provide protections for children born alive after an abortion. We shouldn't be surprised that those who oppose that bill would be perfectly comfortable with a mother aborting her child mere moments before its delivery. Let us sweep away one of the slogans on the placards at pro-abortion rallies. Abortion is not health care. To believe that abortion is health care, you must believe pregnancy is a disease and abortion its cure. Having been pregnant, let me assure you, it's not a disease, it's a blessing. Abortion cures nothing. Too often it just leaves scars, emotional or physical, on the women who have them. Let us also discard another misleading euphemism, reproductive health. Abortion has nothing to do with the health of a woman's reproductive system. It doesn't improve or enhance a woman's ability to reproduce. It's the exact opposite. The purpose of an abortion is to stop reproduction and end a life. Those of us in this chamber over the age of 40 will recall a previous Democrat president who said abortion should be safe, legal, and rare. That mantra has long since been swept aside by those on the other side of the aisle. The new slogan is, "Shout your abortion." That doesn't sound very rare to me. That's a legitimate slogan that you can Google on the web. It promotes a culture of death, one where the willful termination of a human life is celebrated. I am and have always been pro-life. The core of the pro-life movement is the knowledge that unborn children are people. They are small miracles, made in the image of God, just like every one of us in this room. Those lives deserve the protections of the law, just as all of us do. If you truly believe that it's morally acceptable, under any circumstances, for any reason, to take a child from his or her mother's womb right up until the moment they're born and end that baby's life, you will continue to support this extreme position. But if it does bother you, even just a little, because you know that innocent life deserves protection, I encourage you to ask hard questions about this amendment and whether this is what you really want to do and support and not what others are expecting of you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.